the the macro bottom for ETH BTC was right at the halving event, and that's where it initiated um, an upward cycle for several months. A lot of capital rotation to alts. That's actually when alts did way better than Bitcoin, especially during the period from January to May 2021. Does past performance necessarily repeat? Not necessarily, obviously. That's not a guarantee. We're just talking about probabilities, what is possible in terms of price action, trying to read the market as good as we can. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Now, does the halving event mean that we will straight shoot up for way higher levels? Obviously not. It's a higher time frame pattern that we're looking for, so it could take several months until we could start trending again. But yeah, that's just the higher time frame picture. One thing that I'm a bit concerned about at the moment is the situation with the dollar and with inflation. The dollar is really strong at the moment, and that's mostly because the market is now speculating that there may not be any rate cuts this year by the Fed.
Yeah.
Last year in Q3, the dollar started a downward trend with stocks and BTC rising because the market was simply speculating that the Fed would initiate a pivot at the beginning of this year, and now the market is realizing that that might not be the case simply because inflation is not controlled by the Fed yet, and at the same time the economy is still doing relatively well with unemployment being close to its historical low, GDP growth above expectations. So that gives the Fed a lot of leverage to keep interest rates high, given that inflation is not controlled. And this situation overall will keep the dollar strong. And as I've told you many times, the dollar has an inverse correlation with risk assets such as Bitcoin. So on lower time frame, until the situation clears up a bit, and as long as the dollar remains strong, I could see us chopping around for a bit longer.
One thing,
Actually, the dollar is now at my first resistance level, so we will need to see reaction here. I would like to see it reject if we want a higher probability for more upside for Bitcoin. And so yeah, I'll see how this plays out
one,
now, but this is overall what I'm seeing in the market.
yeah, one thing I kind of I don't understand is that usually when we have high inflation, investors look to put their money in assets, and right now after the inflation data that came out 3.5, dollar started to raise and people are switching their money to dollar, which I don't think that's smart.
But that's usually how the market reacts. So
Yeah.
the dollar will remain strong as long as interest rates are high, or as long as the market thinks that the interest rates will keep being high in the next months. It's nothing unusual, to be honest. I agree that people tend to move money into assets when inflation is high, but that's just after the stocks have corrected. We're way past that. But yeah, let's see. We have a Federal Reserve meeting in I think 2 to 3 weeks. It's highly unlikely that interest rates will be lowered at that point, obviously, and the
That
market.
would be just political if it does.
The thing is that let me tell you one thing. If it wouldn't be for the halving event and the U.S. elections, I would be quite bearish now, to be honest, because the Federal Reserve has a history of putting inflation as a priority, right, regardless of what the economy is doing. The inflation has been their priority. That's why they have been keeping up with interest rates, increasing interest rates in the past years, failing to pivot and drop interest rates. It's all because of inflation. So the situation with inflation doesn't look too good, but I think that both stocks and Bitcoin are somewhat protected by the elections narrative, and Bitcoin by the BTC halving. And what I mean with the elections narrative is that typically when the dollar is really strong and when the Fed fails to drop interest rates, the market logically would drop, right? But that has been priced in already because people are just assuming that the Fed will not allow stocks to crash in an election year. And that is why stocks are being unaffected by the entire situation with inflation. So that's why I'm saying that stocks and to a certain degree, Bitcoin as well, is being protected by this elections narrative. And given this elections narrative and the halving event and possible ETH ETF approvals in the next weeks, I'm bullish on the higher time frame, but on lower time frame, I think there can still be some chop given the strong dollar. So probably not the best time to be trading leverage now because we are having these small moves, a lot of chop in the market, easy to lose money. So
Yeah.
let's see.
I made a plan regarding on the US dollar index. I shared it in the chat, and I think 107 is a rejection area, which
Yeah,
you can see money flowing into assets, and then another leg up, and which would be my final target would be 110,
yeah,
this area here. So
yeah.
this is the
It
plan
has
for
some
now.
small resistance here
Hmm.
as well, but I could see that being flipped easily.
Yeah, and BTC dominance. I'm looking at 56.35 to be reached, probably before halving and maybe right after, and then we see something like this. Yeah, this is definitely a psychological level that could switch. Right now, I can see it bumping, it's bumping, and this is my area of rejection.
Hey, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got cut off somehow.
Hey, Graziella. Yeah, during summers, usually the the markets are choppy a lot.
I'm receiving a lot of questions about on-chain stuff, um, especially scale. The thing is that we've been in a very long uptrend with AI coins. A lot of AI coins did multiple X's, right? If you look at OPSEC, if you look at desync, GPU, scale as well. So it is natural for the narrative to cool off a bit. That doesn't mean that it will not be relevant in the future. That doesn't mean that we should necessarily be panicking. This is quite normal. It has happened many times in the past as well. So instead of panicking, I would personally suggest you look to add to your positions, or if you have been sidelined, to start an accumulation process for some fundamentally strong alts that have good narratives. Consider this rather as a gift and not a time to panic. Scale has had some FUD regarding its Twitter. That's why it dropped today. But I think it is coming to levels where you want to buy more instead of looking to sell your positions.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna sell down here. I didn't sell
Like it's a
today.
bit strange because a few days ago, a lot of people were asking me for entries.
Mhm. Yo, DB, I can't hear you. Can you hear me, guys? Can someone write it? Yeah, just DB.
This yesterday and a few days ago as
Yo,
well.
DB. We didn't hear anything, bro.
What was the last thing you heard?
You said something about I'm keeping some messages and it stopped.
Messages? What?
I'm getting some kind of messages.
Yeah, yeah,
It doesn't.
I was just saying that I'm receiving a lot of messages about people panicking regarding on-chain coins. I just think that it's the time to accumulate now, not the time to panic. In a nutshell, that's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to find it
Did you
some
share your
fun.
screen, by the way? I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get out and enter again.
Yeah, they are having this issue. Also other streamers. Yeah, people are panicking because everything is dropping.
Yeah, I mean personally, I think it's a gift.
Yeah.
We were asking for this a few days ago, and
I
everything was
always
at the local top. We were asking for pullbacks. We were asking for entries. You got the entries now, so it just depends on you if you want to bid or not. You shouldn't go in with a single buy. You should leave space to accumulate, to gradually scale in. But like most alts are like 50, 60, 70% from their highs.
Yeah, if you
And
look at FAT, for example, it's 30% down.
look at scale, it's 80% down.
Yeah.
If you have conviction in any of these
Yeah.
plays, and you don't have to accumulate everything, right? You can literally just pick two coins that you like, that you think have a good narrative, that you think have good fundamentals and are showing a lot of progress, and just accumulate those. You don't have to get into every coin that is being traded at Wealth Group. If you just take OXO and OPSEC, for example, or just GPU and I don't know, desync, you focus on those, you accumulate those, you follow these projects, you see what they're doing, and you sort of become experts for these particular projects, right? Both chart wise and fundamentals wise. You don't have to be in 10 positions to make money. In fact, I think if you over diversify, you risk on being under allocated in strong coins
Mhm.
and over allocated in weak coins. So it's better to just select a few coins um, that you think will do well, and put your money in that. And I'm just talking about on-chain stuff, obviously. I'm not suggesting to put your entire capital into two coins. But when it comes to on-chain, I wouldn't over diversify. And always remember to take profits, guys. These are narrative plays.
Yeah,
Can you
this
still
is
hear me, Art?
yes, yes, bro.
I just need to check. So just one more thing. Um, these coins, I talk a lot about fundamentals, right? I'm a fundamentals guy and I care a lot about fundamentals when it comes to like long-term plays. For example, I buy Beam, I keep accumulating Beam because I like the fundamentals and I like the narrative.
Mhm.
And I think it will do fine because of its fundamentals. But when it comes to on-chain stuff, it's mostly narrative plays, guys. I mean, some of them can become blue chips, no doubt, but most of them are narrative plays. It's nothing but air. Some have good progress, some development, but these products are not being reused in real life. They got barely any adoption. So if you're up high, if you're up 4 or 5x, always take out your initials, and then you just write a free bag. You can always compound.
Yeah, my for example, OPSEC for me it's free bag. Only scale is I didn't take profit at all, but I could see that this was a good zone to buy based on this. If you look this in higher time frame, you won't see this level, but on lower time frame, you see that it was perfect. And also we gave this level, this DCA box on the last stream. We did, but this is a buy area. and you don't go all in a single buy, just start buying lower and lower. OPSEC as well, I'm showing some buy areas you can buy. This is a buy area. This is where the most volume was during this coin.
Sorry, I got cut
And
off.
you have this level as well, so you mark these and you start buying. I will start buying here and here and here and no more. VMint as well. It's in the buy area. TV, we got cut out again.
I'm sorry, guys. The internet here just sucks. I don't know what's happening.
It's with the Discord issue, not.
Yeah, I don't know what was the last thing you heard from me, but I think you got the main point that I was trying to make. What are we looking at, Vmint?
Yeah, I'm finding some on-chain positions because you can see with the Uniswap FUD, they
Mhm.
are they are going down and there are good opportunities coming to this.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think the situation with Uniswap is something too important. They will probably just end up paying a fee,
Yeah,
and that's it. But it might take a few months until this is solved.
sometimes it's best to settle there than. Guys, you can buy VMint like this. Buy some in this box. This would be a good play. Uh, it's like 55% down. If you buy here and goes here is 2x. See the difference? DB, I shared the charts on the chat. You can take them and mark it with your charts.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now yes.
I'm using my mobile now because somehow my internet connection is very bad.
Woody, about scale, probably is because they shut down the Twitter somehow.
Yeah, I mean, some heavy buys, sells started a few days ago. Some early investors were taking profits, and that usually creates a lot of panic selling. Um, People selling red candles, and then the FUD came along with their Twitter,
Yeah.
which naturally is leading to the sell-off.
DB, look at my shitcoin.
I saw that on Twitter, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I told you to take profits. I told you to take profits last night, right? You said
but
no.
it was a gamble.
But I told you to take profits and you said no, man.
Yeah, but I don't take profits on gamble.
But yeah, I mean, you gamble because you wanna make money, right? Or you just gamble for the fun.
No, actually, I was gambling and I said I'm gonna do a giveaway if it goes to 30.
Yeah. How's that going now?
This, to be honest, bro, this is my first 100x in my life.
No,
Can you
it's
imagine?
not because you didn't take profits at the top, so it
I
doesn't
mean, yeah,
count.
but still, I'm happy. I'm happy. I was in it.
Yeah. Okay. What are we looking at?
Uh, I
Looked at
have
upside
I have BTC long long here. Uh, it looks like it's pretty far from my zone, but I'm not. This is this is mid range for me, and I don't bid here. So I'm waiting for this pullback if it happens. If not, it's a goner.
on higher time frame. Bitcoin doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Looking at the daily chart, it's compressing.
Yeah, this can be a trigger maybe for long, but right now it's resistance.
Yeah, the main problem with Bitcoin now is that it's so close to its all-time high, right? So people are a bit hesitant to buy it here. They want to buy it lower,
Mhm.
which kind of makes sense. A lot of people got hit hard last time they bought the all-time high, and maybe retail learned a bit. But looking at the daily doesn't look too bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Usually
I also,
people who bought Bitcoin here are retails. The institutions took profit, so this all-time high wouldn't affect BTC much. It just
I also
yeah,
like total three a lot on the weekly. Just looking at alts, it doesn't look too bad. It's holding quite a good level.
yeah.
Let me see if I can share the chart in the chat.
Graziella, are you here? Wait, no,
Who are you
she's
talking
not.
to?
There was a girl who asked me about summer. You can see what happened from March till October.
Look at total
It's
three.
summer here.
Exxon, our fellow Albanian, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Where can I see that you said to take profits on scale? Want to know so that next time I didn't take profits on scale. I'm in with a through an OTC deal, so I cannot sell for the next 3 months. I just took profits on Upsec, DEAI, Balance AI, and FET the last 2 weeks, but just partially. Are you still bullish on scale?
Oh.
Well, as I said, most of these AI coins are air now. It's mostly gambles, but yeah, let's see. Let's see what's happening. I personally like OPSEC a lot in terms of developments and progress, narrative.
Hmm.
I could see that doing well. Desync as well to a certain extent. I don't
Next
know about
time
the
I
others.
I have Rune. I'm gonna buy some spot here. This is my level. I'm assuming this range is gonna play. You can clearly see in 30 minutes it's accumulating. It has formed it has formed a range. And maybe we see on 12-hour there is an untapped order block here, and it should be tapped soon. And also follow this trend line here. Guys, you want us to check any coin? Oh,
Woody wants to check Tau. I think he's in a position. It's
okay,
got
fine.
listed on Binance. If that's not a top signal, I don't know.
Yeah. Our zone wasn't reached on the last stream.
It actually reached my zone. But
Yeah.
I've just traded it for like 20% or something.
Which one has most volume on Tau? It should
Should
be
be not
meds,
cool.
right?
Let me check.
Yeah, KuCoin is better. Yes.
But I don't think the chart is that old. Want more history? You can use Max.
Mm,
Do you remember when we were talking about Tau around $40 a few months ago?
yeah, bro. And I was joking around.
John was the only one really mentioning it. But no one else on Twitter knew Tau. Like very few people.
Woody, me and DB saw Tau at 50.
Yeah, even lower. I think like low 40s. I bought it at low 40s, but I took profits. I mean I didn't wait for these levels today. I took profits earlier. How do I pick good entries for spot? Uh,
DB, we cannot hear you.
Did you just hear what I said, Art?
No.
I was just answering to Sheriff regarding how to pick good entries for spot. I was just saying that I usually look at total 3 and total 2 and try to sync my spot buys with these indicators on higher time frame. I don't really look at them on lower time frame for spot.
Usually you on spot you go on a higher time frame like daily or 3D. You usually go daily and you find these interesting zones like this, for example. So it doesn't
Hong Kong,
on spot. I don't go like trying to find picos. I just find a level that I can buy.
yeah, yeah.
So this was a buy opportunity here, and this wiki is the launch on Binance.
Hong Kong
I
is approving Bitcoin and ETH ETFs.
Yeah,
Let's go.
nice.
America next.
Is the price moving?
No. All that matters for the market is ETFs in the United States.
I was talking about Tao, yeah.
Yeah.
You see, this is history tells you that this level is a bouncing area and also targets buyers. So you can see this flip and now it's retesting. So this box should be a level to buy, a level of interest. If it closes like daily below here, the next is this again. Yeah. Any other coins you want us to look, guys?
Ruined.
I have Runa limit. I just shared Runa. Runa, this is my limit. I'm assuming this range will play and we target 13 and if it flips like consolidates above then it goes higher. Like this something. Spot would be take profit would be like top of this somewhere here and then leave some moon back. DB, we cannot hear you, bro.
I'm not talking.
Okay,
I'm leaving the stage for you, man.
bro. Quant. Is Quant or QNT?
Yeah, it's QNT.
Oh, you meant rare. Mm,
Have you sold your A0?
what?
Have you sold your A0?
No, it's still getting unstaked.
Look at this chart, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Can you leverage Quant? Yeah, you can. Okay, so there is resting liquidity below here. So this could be my trigger. Like if it sweeps and then reclaims a lot of wicks here. This will be my trigger. And also
One
big support.
one coin that I think it's is approaching a good buy area is GPU. I would look for an entry at like 155 to like 140. That would be a drop of like 50% from its
G-
all-time high.
Which one you said?
GPU, Node AI.
Oh, it's GPU.
I know a lot of people are interested in it in the group. Coming to good levels. Desync also taking a hit today.
Which
Coming
one?
to my buy area. Desync and GPU are both coming very close to my buy areas. I'm interested in GPU around 150. I'm interested in desync around 20 cents, 23 to 20 cents. Probably good areas to buy. I mean, if you have been sidelined for the entire move, you should be really happy now. You're getting a second chance to accumulate all these coins.
Yeah, this level here.
What's that? What level? Because I'm only looking at it on the phone.
It's 140, 135.
GPU
Yeah,
140. Yeah, I like it at one. I like it from like 150 to like 140 to start accumulating.
yeah, it can. It works.
hmm I mean, with on-chain, you generally need to have a very wide DCA area. You can't expect to accumulate in a 5% range
This is
for
not
on-chain.
in an exchange, right?
Pardon me, what did you say?
Is GPU in any exchange?
Not on the major ones, at least. It's hard for these coins to be listed on exchanges because a lot of them have these buy and sell taxes that they
Yeah,
need to remove to be listed on bigger exchanges.
yeah. Yeah, this is for me a buy area.
Yeah, I would
Anything.
buy there as well. I mean, unless some FUD hits, which we can't control, obviously, but TA wise, it makes a lot of sense to buy there.
Yeah, this is all trigger buys, definitely. Okay, Rune, Quant, Yasmi. Yasmi. Why Yasmi is strong? Hmm. I usually find the daily puck and then go near 0.69, 0.72 fib. So this is a buy area for me. What would be invalidation is trading below here. Like I put my stops under here. So this would be big. So it's spot play. Would be spot play for me.
Anything else? Let's look at some other on-chain stuff.
Well,
Desync.
rare.
I like desync soon as well. So you guys are getting some good prices to accumulate, not gonna lie.
Yeah. XO.
Like so on higher time frame, just ranging.
Can you leverage rare?
I think for OXO, 28 cents would be a good buy.
Yes, you can.
28 to 20, that's probably my accumulation area. Sidelined on OXO. What's Hash AI doing?
What?
I was just looking at Hash. Down as well. Everything's down. All right. Yeah, you see what happens when you remain patient. You'll always get an entry instead of trying to chase these green candles. You can comfortably accumulate now if you're still interested in these projects.
Like looking at the rare BDC pair, I think there is still more room to go down. So I'm thinking it's gonna lose this trend line and then gather some liquidity and go up.
Infra X.
Rare. Mm. GMX.
What's the current price of Infra X? Just so I know I'm
Which
looking
one?
at the right one. I'm asking somebody in the chat. Elfe 23. Yeah. Honestly, it's just it's ranging on the 4 hour, and it's at the lower end of the range. So if you're looking to buy, I would probably start buying here. I wouldn't want to see it lose this range, otherwise it will go lower. Let me try and chart it for you. So something like this. So as long as InfraX is holding these lows, I think it's good.
GMX, I think it's following this range. If it loses here, because this is high volume historically from here, so if it loses this, then zero. Or at least I don't have data.
No, not zero, man. Stop fighting people out of positions.
If they are in these positions, then if they want to add, they can add here.
Which one is this?
GMC. GMX, sorry.
Oh, okay. GMX. You looked at. Oh, is that the 30-minute chart? Okay. No, GMX is not going to zero. It's a good DEX.
If it loses there, it's zero for me because I don't have anything below. CTCY.
Okay, is there anything else that you want us to look at before heading off? Going to grab some lunch soon. STXR,
Yeah, I'm looking at CTSI.
DYDX, and GMX. I mean, GMX has been one of the most used DEXs during the bear market. It had like organic growth, and people were actually using it, not just farming airdrops, but actually using it. So it's a good coin and a good project.
This box is a good buy area, to be honest. Too much liquidity down here. There's a fair value gap here. Imbalance. Yeah, it should sweep here, I think. So fundamental things, you think things like STX. Wow. This coin has reached all-time high. DP, what does STX do?
I don't know. I'm not aware of it.
It has reached all-time high, man.
STAX. I don't really follow it.
Can you leverage this? STX. Yeah. Yeah. This is an untapped order block. These guys here made all this move. So I'm gonna look for a sweep down here and then leverage. Yeah, this guy made this move. I would set limit. Wait. Yeah. Perfect. Slightly higher. So this should be swapped definitely because since this guy made this move, their stops are break even here. So we'll stop these guys and then move. This will gather liquidity if it wants to go up. STX. Quick ETH. Yeah. Yeah, I will check that just a second, bro.
Look, I'm just looking at the these general chat, and the sentiment around there just seems at an all-time low. Oh my god, so many people freaking out.
Yeah,
This is unnecessary noise when you do TA.
this is why it puked. And they are all they are all into these. Yeah, man, I love how they play this stuff. But they hit big once and they cover all the losses. So big.
Now, what you did is pure gambling, man.
Yeah, man, I said it's gamble, so
Okay, is there anything else,
yeah,
guys?
just covering ETH and FAT and
Okay.
we can move on.
Just saying that usually at macro bottoms, the sentiment is negative, like it is these days for on-chain. Something to study. It's always the bottom when it feels the worst and when it looks the worst.
Yeah, I think it's time to be cautious with this BTC dominance. So triggering liquidation is the smartest. I mean, finding liquidations is the smartest you can do right now. I think it will flush soon, market. So stink bits. Okay. Okay.
I would love to buy some fat spots at 197 if we get it. I don't know if that's possible, but that would be a good area. Like between 197 and like 160. I think that's a good accumulation range on higher time frame.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. And bet. Mm. What area you got? TV?
Depends what time frame you're looking at. I mean, for spot, I don't know if you get it, but I think 197 to 160 would be really good to accumulate on a higher time frame on the daily chart. If we would like
Yeah.
get a wick down there,
Yeah, I'd like
I
this because
would buy some fat.
there is a daily buck here, right at the zone. You're saying
Which level?
1.87.
Yeah, I really like that. I would. So what I would do is, if you like playing stink bits, I would place a stink bit in that area. It might get filled if like Bitcoin dominance get breaks out and Bitcoin drops at the same time.
I would do.
Obviously for spot only, not for leverage.
I
But
would
that's
do.
just higher time frame.
I will place a spot limit here, just in case.
Yeah, it's a good one.
At 2.
Yeah, I also have a stink bit for Beam at 2.3. I would hope it would get like fit in a single week. Very unlikely, obviously, but you know, I always like to have some stink bits active in case we get like a fluff. Let's play this as a combo.
Which one?
Fat.
Yeah.
We both came up with the areas, so fair enough.
There are two areas of interest. It's 2.26 and that 1.97, but just place it 2.
No, I would just place it at the second one, 197. Just hit the stink bit, might not get filled.
I like to front run daily POCs a little bit. That's why I placed it 2. Because the puck is at 97, so usually people like to run round numbers. It would be perfect, definitely, because it would fill all this imbalance on the 12-hour and then run. Yeah, if BTCD pushes higher here, it's time to be cautious and place lower limits. Yeah, so this is, I'm gonna place only 2 here.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna eat some lunch.
Yeah,
And
me
then
too.
come back to you. Thanks for
Thank you for
joining.
joining, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Take care.
Oh, thank you, bro, for recording.